Edmonton City Council has just completed an emotional debate in which they decided not to proceed with a local Restrictions Exemption Program or vaccine passport system to replace the one that the province just ended a few days ago. I initially was quite supportive of a local REP, or at least exploring it. I thought it had the potential to provide some added protection for the next little while. But after listening to the debate, after hearing the complications involved, I do actually think the city and city council made the only reasonable decision they could. Now that said, during the meeting, there was a lot of frustration expressed by council members at the provincial government. They felt that the province is moving simply too early, too fast, and not for the right reasons. They were rather irate that the province has not been providing any warning or any consultation for its decision, not providing any data to justify why they made that decision. There is some concern at the appearance of kowtowing to illegal protesters and the message that that sends. And there is, of course, concern about the health system. Right now, hospitalizations are starting to go down, but the health system remains under significant strain, a lot of cases, a lot of deaths, a lot of hospitalizations. And there's concern that removing these protections too early could reverse the progress that is made. Now, that said, what came out during the debate is that it is just going to be too onerous. There's too many drawbacks to the city trying to implement its own system. Calgary and municipalities around Edmonton are not implementing their system, so Edmonton would truly be acting alone, creating all this potential for mixed messages, irate customers, people not sure what the rules are depending on what jurisdiction they're in. So that's a big concern. And young employees may get the brunt of that. They may face a considerable amount of abuse from people who don't want to respect the rules or don't understand the rules. So that's a big concern. There would be a cost to it, perhaps as much as $520,000 a month for Edmonton to try to administer its own program. And enforcement concerns. We heard that Edmonton's just simply doesn't have the police or bylaw staff to properly manage this kind of program. It would be a complaints-based system, which is not ideal. We also heard that the business community and Edmontonians themselves are really divided right now on whether they want this. Some businesses want to see no more restrictions. Others may choose to put in their own to protect their employees. Unfortunately, they'll be on their own at this point in terms of enforcing it, which is a concern of some councillors, but the business community just wasn't agreed. So that was a big concern. So although I think the province is moving too early, and most of council thinks the province is moving too early, it just doesn't make sense for Edmonton to go it alone on this one. I do agree with that decision. I know this is a bit of a scary time for some people who disagree with that, but there are still some protections in place, including the masking requirement indoors for most people, and our own vigilance. And we just have to hope that the damage from this is fairly minimal. Thanks very much. I look forward to hearing your opinion as always. Please go to edmontonjournal.com to see more of my columns and coverage of municipal politics in Edmonton. Thank you.